All right, reacting to the NELK.
Dope background, I'm not gonna lie.
Bassem Youssef.
We have Steiny here, and I want to welcome Bassem Youssef to the Full Send podcast. Thank you for being with us. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me, guys.
Of course. Controversial for us, to say the least. We had someone on the...
You gotta admit one thing, though.
What?
They dug themselves in such a hole. You think they really want to be there right now with this guy? They don't want to be there right now. And they know this guy knows how to talk. They dug themselves into such a bad hole. There's no reason they would be doing this interview except for the backlash. So kudos to everybody for keeping these guys responsible and forcing them to let everyone hear a different perspective of what may be going on overseas.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you saw that we had Benjamin Netanyahu on the Full Send podcast?
Well, I didn't know about what's... I am sorry to say, like, because I'm not your demographic, so I didn't know who the NELK Boys is. But, like, I found my DMs exploding. It's like, did you see what the NELK Boys did? It's like, who the fuck are the NELK Boys? And then
He just shots fired right off the bat, bro.
Well, I don't know you.
Yes, like,
Who
I
the
think
fuck
it's
are
a
you?
slight jab, no?
I didn't know that you're that big. I'm sorry. Again, I'm not your...
I mean, do you believe him when he says that?
You think he knows? Did you know who they were?
I knew who they were, of course. I knew who Steve Will Do It is, because his videos were going viral before these guys even were anything. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, you were shotgunning beers watching Steve videos.
No, I never drank back then, bro. I stopped drinking, you know when I stopped drinking, 2013.
Because yes, if somebody told me, would you interview Netanyahu? It's like, hell yeah, but I'll be prepared. And I think...
Let's set the stage here a little bit. So they had on Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel, right? Bassem Youssef is that respected by the other side of this conflict and war and what's going on, which is horrible. So as Bassem Youssef, you're literally the one being chosen to go on the same platform to counter the man that's wiping out your people.
It's crazy, right?
It's pretty serious, right? So that's number one. Number two, I'm telling you right now, if they weren't having the type of backlash they were having, this guy would not be on this show right now.
No shit,
So
bro.
they have a very well-spoken man.
Bro,
about to
Steiny looks
give
like
it.
he got divorced 8 times in the last 2 weeks.
They're like, why do we have to do this? I want to go back to banging girls and pounding beers and not why did we ever do this damn interview? That's 100% going through his mind. Do you think they pulled the card on him? Like, listen, you're one of us. You better do this. If you don't, what do you think? Why do you think they did it? Do you think they really just did it for clout?
I know. I definitely think Steiny had
Steiny
definitely had a conversation like that, where they were like, you have so much influence. You got to do this, doing the guilting shit. But
definitely not enjoying this. I mean, from that day on, you could tell this has been a nightmare for them.
yeah,
I think the biggest part of you that you were not prepared. 2 years under the biggest genocide in our history, you guys had no idea what's going on. If somebody told me, hey, you're gonna be tomorrow on the starting 5 of the Lakers in the NBA, it's like, that's a great opportunity, but I'm not prepared. I'm not gonna make a fool out of myself. So it's not about you platforming someone or
He's just
giving...
the way he roasts them.
just gloves are off. He's just ripping them, bro. Like you guys are fucking idiots. It's just dumb. It's not your fault. You're fucking stupid, basically. I don't know how you interpreted it.
Yeah, basically the same. It's like very subliminal.
It's like, yeah, you guys are fucking morons. Let me explain to you why you're a fucking moron. That's how you started this.
a chance for free speech. You were used, right? And it didn't start with the podcast. It started 2 years ago in March 2023 when you went to Israel, because I know, I told you that the
Body language. You notice how Kyle's fingers, they're nervous, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he looks
Israel
nervous.
has increased their Hasbara budget, which is their propaganda machine, with $150 million, and part of that money goes to influence people in college campuses, hire influencers like you, getting them into fancy trips to Israel, giving them...
I told you how I got the offer to go to Israel, right?
No.
It was right after October 7th. And
Yeah?
I was out with some Jewish friends. We were out at a bar, and the guy was telling me about how he can get me that deal. He was like, he'll text some people. Yeah.
Trying to groom you.
Yeah, it wasn't like the Israeli government DM'd me, but basically a guy I know that's Jewish and knows a lot of influencers was saying yeah, we should get you going. So I don't think I wouldn't have gotten paid, but it would have been an all expenses for trip where they'd show you.
This is before you were a Muslim?
Yeah, this is
You
before.
would have had a really good time, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's
So why didn't you go? You weren't even a Muslim. Why didn't you go? That's interesting. Why didn't you go? Why didn't you take the opportunity? Free trip. You're a young dude, bro.
I don't know. Those guys just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, bro. Honestly. And that was
Did you
when
feel like it was with an agenda?
that was when Israel-Palestine was super hot.
Did you feel like there was an agenda?
Yeah, definitely. Why would they
So
fly
it was
you out?
after October 7th.
It was right after.
Oh, okay. So then I guess that.
But right after October 7th, I didn't know anything about Israel-Palestine at all. I remember one of the first things that really weirded me out though about the stuff after October 7th was how they had hostage signs everywhere in Miami. I was like,
No, they were everywhere, even New York.
I was like, if you lost your dog in Miami, you wouldn't go to China and put up "Who's hungry" signs. You know, doesn't make sense.
It was information war, bro.
Yeah, and like outside of my building, there was a big wall, and they had a projector blasting this huge wall in Miami of hostage signs. Like they literally projected it onto the wall. I was like, this is just weird. Like the way they went about the propaganda, like it just, because I know marketing. Like whenever I'm, consuming something marketing related, I understand what they're trying to get you to think and like which route they're going, compared to the normal consumer who just consumes. They don't think about it.
He's not even Palestinian, to my understanding. You know that, right?
What is he?
If I'm not mistaken, he's Egyptian. Pull him up.
Oh wow, he's Egyptian?
Click it. Yeah.
Damn. Egyptian American.
Because I know a lot of Palestinians are very upset that Egypt won't open its border, right? But I know it's not the people of Egypt that are not opening that border, because they would. It's their government that won't allow them to open up the border and let the refugees in, and women and children and supplies. And
Yeah.
so for him, I would say to people that are Palestinian, you shouldn't be mad at the Egyptians. They don't have the power. Their government does. So at least this brother who's Egyptian is, speaking up for your people. So just a reminder.
Yo, mashallah, bro. You've done a very much better job about the cutting off.
Yeah, brother. I'm just, I'm a little out of it today. But go ahead.
Sorry, man.
For all of the influencers around there, because there's a lot of people got backlash. There's influencers who went there like wearing IDF. It's like, we didn't know what was going on. Like he was like, I didn't know I'm kissing a Jewish wall.
I mean, yeah, I can definitely admit that. I mean, I think we were both just ignorant to what was going on over there. And obviously,
So
I knew
nervous.
he was, I'll be honest, I thought he was controversial, but I was definitely ignorant to what was going on in that area. And I can admit that. And
I find
it
that
was
hard to
definitely,
believe, man.
I believe it that at the time of filming the video in Israel,
Yeah, at that time, yes.
they didn't know.
But I think it's impossible with the way the internet's been flooded with these images and these videos and the amount of, bro, it's all you've seen is people losing their lives, their body parts, their kids, like buildings. I mean, there's nothing left of the place. Even if nothing we say is true, take an aerial shot of that place right now and 50% are children. The place is gone, bro. It looks like a nuke went off. That's all you need to know about that. Yeah. They never had an intention to let them return, bro. They don't want them there, bro.
I regret.
don't care
wish
what
we
you
could
say,
have
it's the
gone
truth.
back and, had 2 weeks to sit down with someone like yourself and just, we should have grilled him 50,000, 100,000 times harder, but something we can't get back, and we'll probably always regret
Of course,
that,
but I know you can't get back this like trip in Israel, but I'm just telling you, this was like part of a much bigger propaganda effort, right? And a country that spends $150 million on its image, they are
How do you think they're so consistent with their messaging? Because it's the same fundamentals. So whether it's, the October 7th stuff, like they're always able to flip things into being victims.
Well, I mean, if you...
Does it come from like religious books? Is there like something where they're like, okay, if you have a conflict like this is how you twist it? Because do you get what I'm saying? It's like the same format that they use for all their messaging.
Well, I mean, for a lot of the people that are in power of these organizations that push the media, really the internet is the worst thing that ever happened to them, which is why I think one day the internet will not be free like we have it now. Like they're dying to get us registered so you can't be a troll. And so the internet has been a double-edged sword for the powers that be, because other than that, the only way you got your news was the television screen, and those are owned by corporations that are owned by certain groups of people that only push certain narrations. So we live in a very interesting time where people like the NELK Boys or people like Danny Jones, happy birthday Danny Jones, and Julian Dory can bring on people and reach 1 million, 2 million people, and then those clips, right? So we've never had this opportunity. That's the only reason why the Great Awakening is going on. And I'm not talking about just this conflict. Like I'm talking about the whole world and why we have the problems we have and all the horrible things that are going on, because we've been under the control of the press. Because whoever controls the press presses it on us. Think about it, such a strange word, the press. Pressing. Press is like pressure, right? So the press is pressure to make you think a certain way.
Television. Television.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
I'm not absolving you from your trip. You guys are not little kids. You are fucking 30 years old, right? People in your age have families and they have a
Kyle didn't want to hear this right now. You can see his hands. He's like, shit, I thought we were going to get a pass.
Career, and you need to stop. I'm just saying this because you're my little brothers, but you're not little,
No.
right? You need to stop infantilizing yourself. It's like, we're just stupid people doing stupid stuff. You're 30 years old and you need to be aware of what's happening in the world and that your reach and your platforms mean something and it affects people. And I think the biggest reason why people were so upset for you, not because you brought someone and you didn't contest him, that it is the talking point that he used is the same talking points that have been used for 2 years to kill thousands of people. Right? And what did he tell you when you asked him what happens? Like, we're still investigating it. Really investigating it for 2 years? You don't know how people for 6 hours continue to kill people? That's why
It's a
when
long
people
time, bro. Like, they really are like the most advanced. Like 6 hours, bro. The place is not big. I said this on my podcast. If we go to my podcast, I pulled up the whole video of the wall. They explained the technology. They themselves explained it. There was definitely a standout. They try to say there was a holiday, but still, everyone in that country is like, every other person's carrying like a rifle. Everyone served mandatory 2 years. A lot of foreign countries, you have to serve military for 2 years.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me no one could come to the aid of these people for 6 hours, bro, in a country that's like tiny, bro, tiny. It does not make sense. Even Patrick Bet-David brought this up. So he's reiterating the point again. So I think a lot of people still have questions about why this happened and was there a direct order to stand down? And I think a lot of IDF know too. Like, bro, the one lady said if a cockroach goes near the sensors, they would go off.
Bro, what? Yo, guys, by the way, we're hiring clippers, too. So if you guys are interested in becoming a clipper, go to SonnyFaz Updates on Twitter, enter this, and we'll get you inside. We pay you $20 just for getting started. And then we're paying you guys per 1,000 link clicks. We're paying you for getting followers, free coaching, bunch of different ways to make some bread with it.